how does an 18, 19-year-old deal with that? Because, you know, with all the attention comes a lot of negative stuff. It's like unavoidable. It comes with the territory. Even with the fame and people clambering on you and stuff, it changes, your psychology takes a shift, or you find out who you really are, right? They say that a lot. Like you find out all your demons, right? Because now you got the money, you got the power, you got this admiration. So talk to me about like the other side of that, that meteoric rise.
I'd say channeling in of how or tuning into how I was at that time, I say it was euphoric. I was like, whoa, everything's new. You're doing new places and going to the best restaurants and your eyes are wide open. You're on a plane to this country. And I was at the House of Blues in America we had 3 nights there. And the first night, and I tell this because it kind of just to give context to how bizarre it was. So remember, I've come from, Flash, I think that girl actually over there, let me do a little mix for you. Over here, get a little half an hour in a set. Jump fast forward, a few years later, House of Blues, 3 nights in a row. First night, Missy Elliott has come to watch the show. I'm looking up thinking, this is crazy. Like I can't stand the rain and just Missy Elliott, just the hot. Next night, I'm there, I look up in the same balcony, Jennifer Lopez is there. I'm like, wow. And I want it to sound like I'm name dropping, but I want it to give context. It's just this facts, yeah. The following night, sorry, how am I missing this? It was Missy and Beyonce.
Fuck off.
Then it was Jennifer Lopez. Then on the last night, I look out into the crowd and there's a lot of kind of attention on one in particular gentleman that's in the crowd who's singing. And I couldn't quite work out because the lights were too dark. So I got the front of house to turn the lights up. And I look in the crowd and I'm singing Walking Away. And I look over and I see Stevie Wonder singing Walking Away. And I'm just like, I mean, what do you say at that point? I felt emotional. I felt, because it was Stevie Wonder from the record collection, from my mum's stuff. Beyonce, I've got Destiny's Child on my wall. I had Jennifer Lopez on my wall. Missy Elliott, I don't even listening to before I come out. It was just like, you can't make this up. It was almost like, yes, you've behind the scenes and bam, here it is. And then I got to meet him at the end and he'd come with Quincy Jones, who we all know is the producer of all of the huge hits for Michael Jackson. And then Quincy said, like MJ, he said it even more like coded. He was like, yeah, it was like M, he said. It's like M's got your album, like it's just like vibing. I said, oh, M. Yeah, MJ and Michael. Michael's got he's got the album. He loves Born to Do It. He's been listening, gave it to his friends. And I was like, let's stop this. If this is the thing, we've arrived, we're good. I've got my fix. There's not much more I could ask for. But it was literally the start of an incredible roller coaster ride, which the later years, I think, which we get into, it harps back to that, and I can see where the cracks were starting. Because to answer your question about the other side of it, it was so euphoric and I was so swept up on it. It was like getting on a surfboard and actually being on the wave, and you're doing, I don't know, I never use this word, but like the most gnarliest, like you're on the gnarly wave. It's gnarly, you know what I mean? You're it's a rip curl and it's going crazy. You're through the middle of the eye of it. You're on it. You're not coming off. But then there was a point when the next album, Slicker Than Your Average, dropped, which was only like a year or so later, 2002. Had great success with What's Your Flavor and the songs were hitting. But there was this, Born to Do It had now done 7 million albums.
6 times platinum.
Oh.
6 times platinum.
It's still crazy. And when you said about the Wembley Arena, 3 times sold out, I'm standing outside the sign, I've got it at my mum's house, like there's a picture of, and I'm like, you just can't make it up. It was so beautiful and I'm so grateful for those times. But I started to see from the Slicker Than Your Average time where the record label would already start to quote, it's going to do 10, 11 million, obviously Slicker Than Your Average, because now the trajectory has to go higher than this. So then when the album ended up coming out, it ended up selling 3.5 million albums. 3.5 million albums. Yeah, at the time, I remember that there was this feeling in the company of, right, only 3.5. And I'm impressionable. I'm a young kid. I don't know. I've just got into this, the music business. And you're telling me that that's not a good thing. Because the last time I checked, the feeling I'm getting is I just sold 3.5 million albums. Give 3.5 million to any artist now, like we're good. So I'd already started to buy into. The trajectory was starting to go in a different place that I wouldn't even know about figures. I didn't really care about albums sales. I was just like, I'm just happy to be here and I'm making music and I'm doing what I love, my dream. But that was the first learning curve of the defining of product and defining of you being a commodity that has to achieve something now that you've set it up here. Whereas I thought it got all fun when you start to do it. I thought it got more playful. No, it got more serious and there's more cooks in the kitchen and everyone's got an opinion of the song you should be releasing.
Expectation.
And everyone's beyond.